Welcome back to the Short Kings podcast. We're happy to have you guys back, bro. It's been a crazy week. Elon Musk sending rockets to Mars. Ryan Garcia found Tupac, apparently, and we're excited to talk about that. I'm glad, bro, because he solved the case. And a lot of shit's been going on this week. It's Ramadan. We're trying to be, nice and polite. Excuse our cussing. This podcast, we're going to try our best not to, but we're going to turn up at the same time. So
Episode 8, baby. Welcome back to the Short Kings fans.
Hell
we love y'all and
yeah.
appreciate y'all. Happy to be here. As you just mentioned, we just finished our first, we're like 5 days into Ramadan. Ramadan started on a Monday, so it was our first work week. I want to ask you, just give me a quick, how are you feeling? How was it with navigating work, not being able to eat and shit?
So we're what, day 4 or day 5?
Day 5.
Ramadan?
Day 5.
I think today's the first day where I'm starting to get the hang of it, right? Like I'm not too upset or too hungry during the day. And so usually it takes me about a week for me to adjust, bro. But once you adjust, because, bro, I'm not going to lie to you, first day, second day, brain fog. I could barely get a word out. I had a meeting my first day. I swear to God, bro, I couldn't get a sentence to the client. Like, I really was just trying to avoid sounding stupid. How was your past first, second, third day?
Dude, with work, like you said, you just feel really low energy. It's it kind of reminds you how much we depend on caffeine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially in the morning, there's some sort of caffeine, and then going to work out, it's just you just feel kind of you have no energy, and then until you eat, and then you just get a burst of energy, and then you kind of crash because you just put all the food in your system, right?
Yeah.
So it's just taking me a while to get used to feeling like shit, honestly. But you're starting to get used to it. Like you said, you feel better. You wake up with a little bit more energy. Your workouts are getting a little bit better. You're less thirsty. So
let's stop right there. Your workouts have not been getting better. Let's address that. So, you guys, I hit up Faison because Faison decided that he wants to work out before he breaks fast, right? So I called the guy because he's one of those guys who uploads his Apple Watch. His Apple Watch.
I'm actually wearing it because I knew you were going to make that joke.
Yeah, his calorie count, you know what I mean? And so I saw that and I was kind of impressed. I was like, how is this man really grinding during, as he's fasting? So I hit him up. I'm like, hey, bro, I want to save more time after iftar. And so how are you doing this? Do you catch a wind once you start working out, maybe after second, third workout? Because I want to get on your program. He's like, yeah, bro, jump in. You'll have more time. Bro, 3 days in, there was no wind. You don't catch no wind. You're walking around the gym like a feather, breath smelling like ass, excuse my language, and you just don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to work out. Might have been the weakest 3 workouts I've had in my life. I think I've worked out better injured before.
Look, bro. Everybody's different, right?
Yeah,
For one,
that's true.
I don't know how you are during Ramadan, but I still fucking brush my teeth and use Listerine and all that shit. If my fast don't count, I'll take that up with God later, but you ain't gonna catch my breath smelling at the gym. There's way too many baddies around for all that.
Oh,
my bad, bro. They said the devil's locked up, so this is just me.
That's straight you. Yeah, that's straight you.
But second thing, bro, I've been cutting for the past 3 months. I don't know if you remember, we're doing a fitness transformation competition. Yeah. I don't know if you remember the way you've been eating.
Yeah.
Right?
I've been eating great. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Faison hit me up to talk about some. Oh yeah, I'm definitely winning. Faison is the type of guy who likes to self-hype himself up when he knows he's not winning. Faison's the type of guy who'll be 3 goals down in FIFA and he'll still be talking shit. That's Faison. So
that's what a true shit talker does.
That is true, though.
You don't talk shit when you up.
I envy that, though. Yeah, that is true.
I'm humble and I'm gracious in winning and fucking sore loser as hell. I'm talking shit.
He's Muhammad Ali is what he's trying to say, y'all. But
look. I just like going to the gym at that time, bro, because I don't like going after I eat iftar because then I feel too bloated. I enjoy, bro, because when I go to the gym and I haven't eaten anything, I feel like the pump I get, bro. There was veins on my lats today. You know what I mean? I just felt super shredded. And like I said, bro, you get so much more time, bro.
Yeah.
After I've been watching movies, chilling, get to spend time with the family. Went to Tarawih one day, which is huge for me because I haven't been in years. So
they got him.
Yeah, they got, I'm trying to grow this year. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get better.
Hey,
I'm trying to
tap you, bro.
I'm trying to tap
good
in.
For you, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I read four records though, and I did.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
No, because that's what I'm saying. My mom was like, stay for 8. That shit's long, bro.
Yeah, Faison now is entering. I need to find a wife mode again, and so he's trying to take care of himself. physically, emotionally, and spiritually. He might not be doing so well physically, but he's gonna get there at the end of Ramadan.
Wait, bro, but can we just say that it's just your like preference thing.
What
Like
you
you don't
mean?
genuinely think that you working out after you eat at 7:30 or 8 is better than what I do.
You said it though. You said it's better. You know, each person's different. Like I genuinely think after I have water in my system, it's really just water and pre-workout. I work out like 80%.
You don't drink water while you're fasting?
No, the water part I cut it out.
No.
Yeah, I usually cut that part out. You know,
Have you gotten hit with the like, bro, you don't eat or drink anything for 30 days yet?
I've been avoiding conversations for that specific reason. I will tell you this though. I went to go meet with a partner today. It's two Hispanic guys, funny as hell, right? So I come in.
Interesting.
And the first thing they're talking about is actually Ramadan. They're like, "Hey, bro, you're Middle Eastern, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "So, you know, we have a question for you. If you just gargle water or spit it out, you good, right?" I was like, "No, dude, you can't gargle water." And he's like, "But you know, what's the matter? You're not drinking it." I'm like, "It's just the
Intention.
concept."
It's the intention.
You're trying to hydrate. That's
You
the
can't
point.
cheat God. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's one of the big things. Like, yeah, like, you know, people will be like, oh, dude, like, what if you just like gargle water and then just do that until your tongue doesn't feel dry anymore? Your lips don't feel dry anymore.
Yeah, and I tell them I don't gargle shit. All right, that's one thing about
I don't
me.
make that, man. Yeah, because it was a little in question when you said you met up with a partner today. I didn't
Yeah,
know what
that
you
was-
meant by that. I was like, a partner.
Yeah, partner and gargle shouldn't be in the same conversation.
No.
But yeah, it's been good so far, bro. You know, we got 3 more weeks to go, and it's gonna be one hell of a Ramadan.
So what do
for
you
sure.
do after? Like, what's your night look like right now?
So, dude, we're gonna, you know, usually go work out. Now, nothing will beat the feeling when you're, you know, you just had your food and you get in the gym, you know, in the car, you're taking your pre-workout, and then you're that drive to the gym, man. It's that serotonin boost that hits your soul bloodstream is just your blood's flowing. You know what I mean? And you know, you're about to get into some shit at the gym. You know you're about to whoop Faison's ass in this competition. That's what's going on my mind as I'm driving to the gym. You know, after I come back, you know, then it's girlfriend time. You know, maybe we watch a movie, give the family some time. My brother kept making fun of me. He's like, "Bro, you a rushed ass motherfucker. Like, you just always rushing." You know, and I was like,
you
"Bro,
do be rushing.
I do, bro, but I have ADHD. It's the only way I can manage everything. I got to be moving at 100 miles per hour and making sure I manage this and this and that. And it's the only way I work, you know. And it looks like a cluster, kind of like Justin Gaethje's fight tactics, but there is some strategy to that chaos. I promise.
You're the only one that needs to know that strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
But so basically your nights are the same.
Basically.
They just start a little later.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I mean, speaking of movies, I don't know if you caught, you saw like the movie that's like blockbuster right now, Dune 2. Have you seen it yet?
I have not seen Dune 2. I tried to watch Dune 1. I didn't make it all the way through, but our boss did tell me that Dune 1 isn't as good as Dune 2. And you know, you went to go see it with our boss. How was the movie?
So the reason I bring this up, right? It's like, you know, it's like Oscar season, award season. So I feel like my TikTok has been really tapped in with the film industry during Ramadan. Like, I feel like I'm just watching more shit. I watched Dune 2. I watched Ricky Stenicki. I don't know if you've seen Ricky.
I saw that
Ricky
movie.
Stenicki. John Cena, man, really tapping into his humor game. I actually enjoyed that movie more than I thought I was.
Yeah.
But Dune 2, to get to the original point, Dune 1 was boring as hell.
Oh, really?
Dune 1 was boring as hell. The thing is, right? Dune is like, apparently there's like many books that this movie is based off of, right?
Okay.
And they had to like set up the whole world. Like, you know, in Harry Potter, they got to introduce us to everybody. Like, this is Hogwarts, this is Dumbledore, this is, you know, Voldemort's the bad, overarching bad. Like, they had to set all that up. Shit was just going too slow. Dune 2 is about that action. Dune 2 is
They
about
got
that
right to it?
Yeah, I mean, like, it was just like a star-studded cast. Zendaya, Timothée Chalamet, Florence Pugh. Just fire. Overall, great movie. And then, like, you know me, you know how I get with these things. I just got super tapped in to, like, you know, like I know everything that happens in Dune now.
Oh, you trying to figure out what's gonna? What the ending's gonna-
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I think it was really good. I would give it like a 9 out of 10. But the reason I bring it up is, like I said, the movie was super star-studded. My fucking TikTok algorithm is now all film shit. So I don't know if you caught Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars.
Yeah, dude, I saw some of the clips about Jimmy Kimmel. So look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I want to talk about Jimmy first before we talk about
So Jimmy Kimmel hosted the Oscars for the audience that doesn't know.
Yes.
And it's been very controversial how he was perceived.
Yes, I mean, bro, it's a tough conversation, right? Because for a lot of people, Jimmy Kimmel was hands down one of their favorite night show comedians, right? He was the top. Or, once Ellen DeGeneres got out the game, we know that Jimmy Kimmel was on top, right? But then we saw a massive shift where he just became political, right? Every conversation was him beefing with Trump on the show. I think I didn't sign up for that. I wanted to see,
I want to see you interview a celebrity.
Yeah, I want to see Lil Wayne talk about his album. You know what I mean? I want to see
John Cena talk about Ricky Stenicki.
Exactly, bro. I don't care what you trying to clown Trump for 30, 40 minutes with your hired actors laughing about what you're saying, right? So that we saw him get to that point. And then we started seeing Jimmy's head get a lot bigger and bigger, where his jokes were just always being this obnoxious character, right? And we saw him starting to beef with people online too. That was a thing. He'd beef with people on Twitter. And I don't want to be a hater, bro, but it's just, I hate that type of content when it's like a person who's just constantly negative and is pushing it out in a joking manner. It's like if you got something to say it, but don't try to entertain us in a joking manner about it. I don't know. I just don't like the guy, right?
I mean, as a professional hater myself,
yeah,
right? I feel like I have the right to judge another hater.
Okay,
and the thing about Jimmy Kimmel is what he did that was very specifically the controversial thing, right?
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr., right? Iron Man. Illustrious acting career in film, right? He wins his first Oscar for his role in Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Supporting character, wins his first Oscar. Everyone knew going in. Oppenheimer's been cleaning house with the awards, right, during this award season. So everyone knew Robert Downey Jr. was going to win that Oscar, right? Jimmy Kimmel decides that the day of the Oscars is a time to bring up his past with his drug addictions and make jokes about how is this going to be the highest moment of his life, quote unquote?
Yeah.
Objectively speaking, I don't think the joke was that funny.
It wasn't funny.
Yeah. And then Robert Downey Jr., I don't necessarily love the idea of trying to bring a man down in his highest moment.
100%. No, I agree.
So now the debate is are actors too anal? Because even the last few award things, they've really hated the what was his name? The comedian who hosted Chris Rock. I mean, got slapped. There was another one recently. I'm blanking on the name, but where they've gotten poor reviews. Do you think that actors are starting to become slightly too anal though about these jokes?
Yes, I mean that 100%. We'll get to that in a second, but I do want to say that Jimmy Kimmel, bro. The issue is you're putting him up there, and he needs to act like a stand-up comedian. Jimmy Kimmel's not a stand-up comedian. Let's get that straight, because stand-up comics, they know how to, if even that joke, right? There's a way to deliver that joke to where it's actually funny to the audience. The person who's receiving the joke can actually take it well, and you could spin it in a way where it's still comfortable for everybody to enjoy, right? When you put a guy out there like Jimmy Kimmel who doesn't have stand-up experience, and let's not fucking pretend that the stupid little show he has is a comedy show. That's
not at all. You're doing a laugh track.
You're the guy who lets the other people be funny. You just bring them on and let us enjoy what they have to say, right? Maybe throw in a joke here and there, but you're not the guy who gets up on stage and starts delivering the jokes. You're not that guy, Kimmel. All right, you're not. But that guy.
That's the thing. What's the alternative, right? Because every time now it seems like there's an award show. Do we want do we want a bland person though? At the end of the day,
no, we do want somebody funny. Like whenever that what's that comedian that did this recently? Joy something.
Yeah.
I thought his jokes were funny, in my personal opinion. But it goes back to what you just said. I do also think that these celebrities, bro, are, especially actors and actresses, they're way too stuck up. And you know what's crazy? The comedians are even more stuck up. Right? Look at his role in Iron Man. He's supposed to be the witty guy that can take the jokes and deliver them. And he sat there like a little girl that got yelled at. Now, I'm not saying what Jimmy Kimmel said was okay and that it was actually funny, but it's like, bro, I get it. It's your night. He brought up some shit. It's like, all right, bro, I'm going to just block this guy out for a little bit. And maybe the audience didn't help either, because they were really making it
I just
awkward.
feel like they are starting to get to the point where they go into it, and the minute a joke is said, they're like, oh my God, how dare he? This is sick.
Yeah,
how low?
yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you can make jokes about Barbie kind of being like a terrible movie, even though or not a terrible movie, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you can give your opinion. Like, haven't even seen Barbie, so I'm not gonna act like I know if it was good or not. But like, you can make jokes about things you like. Like, no one is trying to watch the Oscars and it's like, hey, so the winner of Best Actor goes to Cillian Murphy. Okay, next topic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not trying to hear that shit, and it would be a boring ass show if that was the case. So I just it's a combination of both. I think I'm gonna end it off with this. The comedians need to stop going to the darkest. You don't gotta go to the darkest place on earth for your jokes, bro. You can make some lighthearted jokes about some stupid movies and call it a day, right? And actors, get the stick out of your ass, bro. You literally don't get roles and shit all the time. Take some criticism, take a joke, you'll live.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, he's trying to be funny. Just let him be funny, bro.
Like,
it's
bro,
okay.
actors are dudes like Ryan Gosling. Did you see Ryan Gosling's performance? He performed
At the Oscars?
Yeah, he performed the Ken song, right? And bro, you know, like, that's not important to what I'm about to say. But like, you ever look at a dude like Ryan Gosling and you just ask God. You know, I've been talking to God a lot from Ramadan, and I'm like, why
Why
God?
is he so damn handsome? I think that all the time.
And he could sing. And he could sing. Like what does he not have? You know what I mean? So a dude like Ryan Gosling, you can take a joke, bro. I want you to get clowned a little bit.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I
bro,
mean?
let us bring out your imperfections just a little bit so we can feel at home a little bit better about ourselves. You know what I mean? You got guys like Faison who's 5'7", bro. Come on. Let the guy have a good laugh for one day out of the week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, let me be like, damn, they got on Ryan Gosling's ass. Like, let me feel that. Like, did you see, though, this is a slight turn, though. So John Cena... Speaking of John Cena, we've been talking about him. Ricky Stenicki, go check the movie on Amazon Prime.
Loved it.
Thought it was so much better than it was so much better than what I thought it was going in. But he presented an award naked. Did you see that clip?
Yeah.
And, you know, we're going to talk about Ryan Garcia a lot, but one of the things that Ryan Garcia and, you know, these conspiracy theorists,
I know where you're going with this.
Was this a humiliation ritual that Cat Williams called out? Excuse me. Goddamn 3D.
Maybe. And let me tell you.
Hollywood 3D. So to give the audience context before you start, John Cena presented an award naked, right? He literally just had the card over his private area. And people are suggesting that this was a humiliation ritual by Hollywood as to John Cena's, overall growth in movies now.
Maybe.
What do you think?
If we're going to put on the tinfoil hat, bro, and talk about these conspiracies, I will say that it happened around the same time as that movie that came out, Ricky Stenicki. I watched the movie too. It's a great movie. In that movie, he also dresses like a woman, which kind of...
yeah, you thought that, right?
Yeah,
Literally, that scene
I
came
saw
on.
everybody talking about it, so it wasn't like, But he did say recently that he regrets making fun of The Rock as far as seeing The Rock go into Hollywood and really push to become one of the greatest Hollywood actors ever. We saw The Rock go through all that crazy shit. And then now he's being like, they're like, oh, welcome, John Cena. We've been waiting for you. You seem like the type of guy that's going to accept all the invitations. Let's start with, let's get you naked on the stage. All right. I think that'll be a good pledging experience for you. And that movie, I know has nothing to do with the role, but we think you should just dress up as a woman for a little bit, jump on, because think about it. Why was it didn't make sense in the movie, right? Like, why was he dressed as the woman? And they really pushed that scene, right? Because he went through in the movie.
He was wearing a bunch of outfits.
Dressing different outfits, but when it got to him dressed as a woman, they really wanted to drag that scene, right? That was the costume he decided all of a sudden to get away from the two guys chasing him. And he took a whole phone call. They really wanted them to see, or the audience to see him in that costume. But I agree with you. It might be a pledging experience.
I just think this, right? I don't think it's necessarily a pledging experience. I just think that when somebody's super down for Hollywood, as John Cena currently is right now, right? Like, he's basically trying to go the route The Rock went, where him being a WWE superstar is going to be the second thing.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Right now, that's still the first thing. So I think they're just down for everything, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, we all know this. There's nothing wrong with, the cross-dressing and all that shit, but, like, not every actor is comfortable with that.
Yeah.
So, being naked on stage. So I think when they do find somebody who's like, yes, I'm saying yes to everything because I want to show that
They're like, he's committed.
I'm the most brand-friendly. I'm down for everything. I have no, potential crutches or things that I'm not down for. So, yeah, book me. I'm down. Oh, John Cena, you down to present this award naked? Bet.
It makes sense for some actors, but John Cena's too damn buff to be in a dress, bro. Like, he's too damn buff to be in a dress. But, it was still enjoyable. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I think that, like you said, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's still enjoyable. It's funny. If the actor doesn't have a problem with it, why not, bro?
I mean, the thing is, John Cena's jacked. Yeah, go
it's
crazy.
Funny, bro.
Yeah.
Like, anybody tripping, bro?
No, I mean, bro, like I said, also, like, really quick, like, John Cena's growth as an actor is starting to really show, bro.
Yeah,
He's been Peacemaker, Ricky Stenicki. I thought his role was, like, pretty funny. Like, he was carrying the comedy in that movie.
It wasn't at any point where I thought, that's John Cena. No, it was Ricky.
Yeah, that's Ricky.
That was Ricky,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Ricky. But it was a very similar role to Vacation Friends. And I know that's a different movie.
Yeah.
But John Cena plays basically the same character, the extremely buff, dumb guy who's actually a wimp. Like, even though he's that big, he's not like the scary guy.
That's what The Rock went through too, right? They put The Rock as like action hero, leader of the cops, like police deputy or CSI detective, and he just plays that same.
But The Rock still stuck to like big buff like action man.
Yeah.
Where John Cena is like, bro, it's like the muscles do not play a part in his role at all, and it's enjoyable.
like damn near like he should lose them.
Yeah.
Like you need
Might
to
as well
hop off the cycle. I think honestly, bro, part of this is that we've just been so deep in the Ryan Garcia like the conspiracy theory rabbit hole that when we see shit like this, it's like, is Ryan right? But, I don't know if you've seen, we talked about Ryan 2 weeks ago on our last episode, and that boy is full throttle, still off the rockers now, bro.
And stop pretending in front of the audience. I've seen it. We talk about it every fucking day. Let's be real with these guys, right?
Yeah, but like,
look, we've been watching the Ryan Garcia things, right? And I don't know if you're with me on this, but it's 100% a manic episode, right? With all due respect.
I mean, bro, last time people were like, I don't know if you saw the comment. If y'all don't know anything about mental health, don't talk about an episode. Can we all agree that he's going through an episode now? Yeah. We're not psychiatrists. We know that.
We've seen Kanye go through it, right? We've seen FouseyTube go through it. I've had a personal friend who's gone through it, and it's just like the third eye. And it's just like, You know a manic episode when you see it, bro. When and it's like the same kind of, you see over time their statements start to become more and more wild to the point where it starts to get extremely religious, and then they're saying statements like, I'm God, I can't be touched, etc. And then they make crazy claims like, I found Tupac. Like, bro, you didn't find Tupac. If fucking the whole world couldn't find Tupac, it's not gonna be Ryan Garcia.
Bro, so this is my thing, right? Bro, how are they still saying that this fight is happening, bro? The guy is not, like, I don't know if you saw his recent interview with Bobby Altoff. Yeah. Bro, dude seems like there's something aggressively wrong with him. Like, socially, he doesn't even seem all the way there.
These people are going through a manic episode, one thing that they could still do really well is act normal when they need to push away that. And that's why, bro, you see, like, Ryan Garcia is the type of guy that travels with his mother and father. Like, they're very close to him. And the fact that they haven't realized something is wrong, it's because he's really good at playing normal behind the scene.
Bro, I don't think that's what it is, bro. I think the people in his corner are, like, they know that he's the moneymaker. You
think his father, though, is okay with him making a fool out of himself publicly for some money? They have money, bro.
I mean, I think bro, he literally told Bobby Altoff that he's going to make $50 million off of this fight projected. And right now, in his career, he's only made $40 million.
You might be right, because they don't care about him losing either. Like,
I mean, bro, I feel like Oscar De La Hoya, which we know he's a scumbag, went to Ryan's dad and is like, look, bro, if we could just push through April, we'll get him all the help he needs. Like, he was going to lose this fight even if he was, like, in his best mental state, if we're being honest. But the crazy thing is, I don't know if you saw the stream with him and Jake and Aiden. Jake literally was like, bro, like, how are you drinking? Like, you have it in your plan that you're drinking in your camp. And, bro, Jake kept it real with him. I gained so much respect for Jake in that clip because essentially Jake tells him, he's like, bro, like, like, this guy that you're fighting is really good, right?
Yeah, like, he's not a joke to play with. Like, this isn't the time to try different things and see what you can get away with.
And Ryan is still like, no, bro, I can drink on camp. I always drink on camp. And it just seems like he's in this mode where, like, I've seen many clips where nobody can tell him he's wrong, which I think is part of the reason where maybe he's not able to get help, but...
No, which goes back to what we're saying. When you're in a manic episode, you seem to feel in a way where you can't be touched. You really believe that you can be touched. You really believe that God has your back in all ways. And then you start pushing the narrative and pushing your luck a little bit, till you hit rock bottom. And I think that's what we're going to see when he faces Devin Haney. Now, we've talked about what we think is going to happen during that fight prior to knowing that he's in a manic episode. Now that he is, we believe that he's in a manic episode. I think the fight either gets called off, or Oscar the rat, the fucking guy who only cares about money, the coke addicted motherfucker, is gonna push him to fight for that 50 million.
It's gonna be a brutal knockout.
And it's gonna be a brutal knockout. Or maybe not a knockout. Maybe he wins, because we all know Devin Haney's got pillow hands. You know what I mean?
Nah. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're fighting at 140. I think Devin Haney might like.
You think so?
Bro, I think they're putting him in the route that this is going. Right. It's gonna lead to something dangerous, bro. And like that's why I'm fearful, because I don't think Ryan's a bad person. I genuinely don't think he's a bad person. I think it's just, bro, I guess my question to you is, what do you think triggers something like this?
There's a lot of things, bro.
You think he saw something?
No, mental health is already a problem for him. He said that before. You're training like a maniac. Crazy amounts of hours. You're getting unlimited amount of money, unlimited amount of opportunity for drugs and alcohol, unlimited amount of fans just hyping you up, making you feel like you're the craziest person in the world. That shit, bro. Anybody could go through that at that point, bro. And if you naturally already have a little bit of issues with mental health, it's like, how can you avoid these manic episodes in times of high stress environment and moments of crazy, he was going through it before, right? He was going through it before. He had to leave for a year, right, to recover for his mental health issues. So it just makes sense, is all I'm saying.
I mean, you're saying you can connect the dots as to why this is happening. Yeah. I think that, is there any part of you that is there any part of you that believes him? Or you think it's straight bullshit, right?
No. I mean, maybe some of the shit he's saying is true, but no, he's not the guy who saw this.
Maybe he's been approached by some elites. I'll give him that. Maybe like we said, hey, are you down to push some agendas, become an industry guy?
Yeah.
And he's taken that to the darkest of dark places.
Yeah, and it's just at this point not believable. All right, so dude, speaking of Jake and all this fighting, narratives, right? We know that recently Jake announced that he's fighting, Mike Tyson, which was crazy news, right? It broke the internet. And a lot of people feel that this is just out disrespectful for Jake to do, right? Because we know he's a lot younger. Mike Tyson's pushing 60.
Bro, Mike Tyson's the age of our dads.
Yeah, dude, but here's the issue, bro. He's looking great online.
We saw Mike Tyson box Roy Jones Jr.
That's true.
Not Roy Woods. Is that an artist? Yeah. Roy Jones Jr. a few years ago, and he looked terrible. This is 100%. I mentioned this to you 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
I have no idea what Jake's doing. You told me he wanted to be WBC champion.
No, but what I tell you though.
How is he being a WBC champion?
I know that, but what I said was that he was going to be fighting to be a champion, but at the same time he was going to do side missions and do these super big fights. I told you
this is a lose-lose. Who the hell told Jake Paul that this is the right decision? Let me tell you why, right? If you win the fight and you knock out Mike Tyson, bro, you just knocked out a 60-year-old man for a Netflix bag. Cool. Doesn't make you a better fighter.
Wait, we're not going to act like you just okay. You just said, you try to brush over the idea of him doing a Netflix deal, which is basically history. It is history in the sport of boxing. And then when you just said bag, bro, he's looking at 50 million plus. That is not something anybody could turn down, because he could easily go into this fight, mess around with Mike Tyson. I know he's not going to want to knock him out, bro, but it's going to be entertaining for us to see them have a light spar is what's going to look like. It's going to be free on Netflix, so people aren't paying for it. He's getting the bag.
I knew you were going to.
I knew this
was going to be your counter argument.
If he offered you that deal, you'd feel a tingle down your balls all the way up to your little eyebrows. And not only would you say
that was
yes,
weird that you
but you would try to knock him out. You would try to knock him out.
But look, I'm not trying to become WBC champion, and I'm broke.
But you can do both. That's one thing we've learned about Jake, is he does the shit that no one else has done.
Bro, but this is the thing, right? I knew you were going to. Your
What
counter
happened to your
argument.
boy Francis? What happened to your boy Francis?
Wait. Don't get ahead of yourself,
All
dog.
right.
But look. Listen. Mike Tyson it's a lose-lose, right? Because if Mike Tyson, in the off chance that Mike Tyson beats him, his career's over.
Yeah, he's not winning. He's not winning. His career.
And there's rumors that they're gonna wear headgear. So like, what are we doing? At that point, I'll jump in with Mike Tyson. Like, he's a fucking 60-year-old man.
He would eat you alive.
That's crazy. You haven't even seen me box.
He would eat you alive. Did you see him hit the mitts?
It don't matter.
It matters a little bit.
It don't matter.
Phase on.
Okay, look. This is that was my first point, right? My second point is, I knew you were gonna talk about. This is Netflix's first live sports moment.
I didn't sound like that.
Yeah, you sounded just like that.
I did not sound like that.
And I knew that you were gonna talk about the bag because I know you're an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? I know that. We know that about you.
Talk to me.
Yeah. So look. You don't think there was anybody else that he could have fought? You don't think Netflix would have done him versus Tommy Fury Part 2 on Netflix?
No one cares about Tommy Fury,
No
bro.
one gives a fuck about Mike Tyson at this point.
All right, you can't disrespect all the 80s children, bro, because everybody fucking loves Mike Tyson now.
Anybody who loves Mike Tyson doesn't want to see him get more brain damage.
He's not going to get hurt, bro. Jake's going to take care of him, bro. He told me the other day. But look,
Mike already doesn't make sense
the last fight,
when he talks.
Even the last fight he fought, which was what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? It might have not been a great fight, but just seeing Mike Tyson come out in the entrance, getting in the ring, it was a boring fight, but it was fun to see a legend get back in the ring. And I wasn't expecting Mike Tyson to put on a show like he used to do in the 90s or the 80s, bro. And I assume this is gonna be the same thing. It's like we just want to see the press conferences. It's just much of a show.
The press conference is gonna be whack because Jake's gonna show respect, and they're just gonna be like, Mike's one of my inspirations, and Mike's gonna be like, yeah, I love what Jake's doing, and also I'm on Frog right now, and I just took some ketamine, and I feel great.
He's not doing that during the show. But hey, look, I still think it's gonna be a good show. Now, yeah, it would suck if Jake actually hurt Mike. We don't want him to hurt Mike. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want somebody to get hurt in this fight, you're just
what do you think Jake's gonna do if the beast of Mike Tyson hits one body shot that actually stings a little, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden he sees his career flying out the window, and he's like, I'm gonna have to knock this old motherfucker out.
and that's the beauty of this show. Will Jake take it easy and just put on a sparring show that we're gonna enjoy, or does it turn sour during the press conference or during the fight at some point, and we see Jake?
You know who Jake should have fought?
Iron Mine out. What?
You know who Jake should have fought?
Who?
His fake ass brother.
Oh,
it should have been Paul versus Paul, Netflix, live action, because I got a clip ton
Talk
load.
your shit.
I got a clip ton load
Talk
on
your
Logan,
shit.
bro. If y'all haven't seen, I got to give the audience context because that's my job. And Logan went on his podcast. The first episode he does after this fight's announced, he's got KSI on there. First of all, weird as shit. How are you friends with your brother's enemy? And then he's like, yeah, honestly, they offered me that fight too, and I have no idea why Jake's doing this, but he's gonna get paid a lot. So he basically downplayed the whole thing, acted as if he could have done it if he wanted to, and basically just created like a terrible narrative for his own brother, right?
Yeah.
And Logan's done this so many times, bro. And me and you both have brothers, so I feel like this shit just relates to. We're both different. We're in different positions too, because I'm Jake. I'm the younger brother, and you're Logan in terms of you're the older brother. This shit's sick, bro.
It is.
I've never seen brothers prey on each other's. Logan preying on Jake's downfall as hard as he does reminds me of how he's actually a terrible person.
I mean, bro, we've been known that Logan is, bought and sold. I think Jake is such a good person at this point, and it's been kind of showing to the audience more and more throughout the years. But he's constantly forgiving Logan for just being a terrible person and a terrible brother, right? Like, I'm not against him partnering up with KSI to build a brand that's beat out Gatorade and a lot of other brands, in the industry. But I am against him constantly just playing both parts. Like, bro, be who you should be. Hey, KSI, I'm your partner. And I love you, bro.
Don't say shit about my brother around me.
Don't say shit around. And I genuinely do believe that Jake can knock you out because that is what Logan believes. So why do you get weird?
But he doesn't really say it.
Yeah, why do you get weird? Like, why are you letting KSI? Bro, it's this weird narrative where he's too much of a nice guy or wants to be a nice guy for the public. And behind closed doors, he's actually a piece of shit. Now, I do think also, bro, that Logan, truly does want to see Jake lose.
Yeah.
He truly wants to see Jake lose because he wants to humble Jake, or he wants Jake to be humbled. Now, he's not going to be the man that, stands up and fights his own brother because we know he can't keep up and he can't handle that the loss. We know that Logan cannot handle. Do you think if Logan got knocked out by Jake, do you think he will handle?
I mean, bro, he's got that big bro syndrome.
Yeah.
My big brother still can't handle any else from me.
Yeah, but it's on another level with Logan.
No, but I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. So I think it's already a thing. You would agree with me as this. You think you're a little bit better than your younger bros at any sort of athletic activity.
It depends, right? If my brother was obviously in better physique and obviously in a better, like if we were both soccer players, my brother was playing professional soccer and I was doing it here and there, I'm not gonna think I'm better than my brother just because I'm older. That literally just makes no sense. Like Logan had no fights, right? He had maybe like one or two fake fights. Jake was fighting real fights and he wanted to sit there and claim to be better than Jake. Like when it gets to that point, that's when it's like a weird big bro syndrome.
Look, bro, all I'm saying is I come from a competitive household. You know this.
Yeah.
Me and my brother have scrapped so many times over sports, right?
Yeah.
And to this day, if you ask my brother, oh, who's better at basketball? Mind you, I was on the team, never played on the team or anything. He would tell you he's better than me, right? But like there's the level that the reason that I bring that up is you can have a level of competition, but I promise you, if someone didn't fuck with me, there's no way my brother would like even smell a conversation with them.
Yeah.
Like he'll fuck with me all he wants, but publicly he'll never say anything bad about me, and my enemies are his enemies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rule of brotherhood that has been established.
So,
vice versa.
If Jake ends up fighting KSI, how do you think Logan goes about that fight?
Well, Logan's gonna do what the public wants him to do. Like he's already shown his true colors to me. That's why I don't even think that matters.
But elaborate. What is that? What does that
He's
mean?
gonna be like, oh yeah, like I rock with Jake. Like those are my guys though. So whatever.
What
but yeah.
happens in the press conferences when it gets dirty?
Nah, he's not even gonna be there. He's gonna be in the
He's gonna
audience.
be there,
I mean, he's gonna be there, but he's not gonna be like invested, like saying shit. It's not gonna be how Jake was when Mayweather, where he's like, I got your hat. He's fucking with them just as much, right? It's gonna be like, oh my, I'm here. Prime's gonna sponsor this fight. Jake got it.
I think Logan is more jealous of KSI, and he still envies KSI more. So I do think if something were to go down in a press conference between Logan and between Jake and KSI, I do think that Logan will ride for Jake because he truly does not really fuck with KSI. I think that he opted out of this whole KSI thing and started this brand Prime with him to get away from the hate that was coming from the UK audience, bro. He had a whole fucking country hating his soul, and we all know that Logan does not like to be hated. And so he's like, you know what, man? This brand would work out, and I can finally eliminate this hate that's coming from the UK. I don't want to be having to go to the UK and get a bottle smashed on my head. And so he built a brand, and it became very successful. And now he's in a weird spot.
But that's something I don't think he needs to hate KSI. And like you can be like, I understand the strategic partnership, right? Like, hey, I got the US, he got Europe. We're the biggest influencers in both. We're gonna create this drink. It's gonna pop off globally.
Yeah.
Right? I get that. All you gotta say is, bro, don't talk shit about my brother around me. I think KSI is off camera, on camera, bro. You better fucking not dare do it on camera, because then shit's gonna get real weird.
KSI does it all the time on camera.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't even created those guidelines of like, hey, bro, can you like just tone it down? Like whatever you do on your platform, I don't care. But can we just not talk about my brother? Like that's y'all's storyline. At the end of the day, we both know y'all don't have any real hatred toward each other. You're just building a fight. Can we just not even like, get into it? I think that's what a real big bro should do.
Okay.
Right?
You.
But Logan's a bitch. And Ryan, Third Eye Ryan, is taking down Prime now. If you haven't seen.
Dude, I did see that.
He's trying to, bro, he's saying that Prime is a poisonous drink. Apparently it contains many harmful ingredients. I just want to say Ryan's dumb, for one. Mm-hmm. Prime's never going anywhere. But he literally told this to Jake on the stream. He was like, yeah, I'm coming for Prime. And Jake was like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, let me stay out of this. That's what he said. I don't want no smoke with my brother, right? That's what he said. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, I think Ryan ain't doing shit to Prime.
No, not at all. Also, like, bro, if you look up the ingredients to Coke, right? If you look up, what are harmful ingredients in Coca-Cola, you're gonna find a list. The internet will let you find whatever you're looking for. Yeah, whatever you're looking for.
Isn't it crazy though how the Prime signed Devin Haney as a sponsored athlete right after the beef with Ryan Garcia?
I mean, that's what I call strategic partnership, baby.
That's what I see as a brand that's going to become the number one brand in the U.S. It's going to become the Super Bowl most beloved drink. It's already in a lot.
Bro,
of
they're the UFC's They're the UFC's drink, right? The hydrated drink, right? You know what's crazy though? They have a logo on the WWE mat now.
Yeah, Logan's running the WWE.
The sacred WWE. You know, there was never a sponsorship on there, bro. Think about our childhood. Yeah. It was always a gray
little sweaty, bloody area.
Canvas.
Yeah.
Right? And they have they're the first ones, bro.
Logan's low-key carrying the WWE on his back right now. I hate to admit this, and I know a lot of WWE fans won't like hearing this, but he is carrying it to mainstream level. Because before Logan, it was kind of dying out, you know?
Well, the thing is, so none of the traditional wrestlers have they don't understand the concept of marketing.
Yeah.
Right? Like Randy Orton has been a WWE wrestler for so long. He can do so many videos, like brand spot, like bro, even his trunks, right? Why not partner with like Gymshark?
Yeah.
Like something like Poppin', right? Or all of these guys are in great shape. Why not like, show how you work out and prepare for matches and market yourself? People don't understand that your growth comes from the marketability of the product, which they are the product. And Logan's the only one doing that, bro. Every match that we see, he's doing 3 flips off the rope, and we're just like, this is the YouTuber guy. I will say, dude's a great wrestler.
Yeah, he is. He's a fantastic athlete. And not to stay too long on Logan, I do want to say another fantastic athlete, and I do want to get your opinion on this because we went and watched Sean O'Malley fight Cheeto this past weekend, and I know right now it's probably kind of old news, I guess, but I did want to get because Faison had a crazy reaction to this fight. He was on his feet the entire fight. We saw Cheeto get beat the hell up throughout the whole fight, and Sean O'Malley really proved everybody wrong. Would you say that Sean O'Malley now is undefeated again?
Yeah, I mean that first loss was it shouldn't have counted. I don't know why the UFC does that. I mean, I guess that I get why they do it, but that wasn't a true loss. Like, I already hear Cheeto's camp saying shit like we're 1-1 now. We got to do a third rubber match.
Not after that performance.
Bro, Cheeto's face got rearranged, bro. That knee?
Yeah.
That knee?
That's not a performance where you deserve a rematch.
Okay, but I got to be honest, though. Being able to walk through that knee, Cheeto gained some respect.
We can't argue that Cheeto had a great chin, and he stood there the whole time. But
your best quality,
because you can stay up and not get knocked out, but you're a punching bag the entire fight, that doesn't mean you deserve a rematch. Now, I did want to say this. Cheeto, at the end of the fight, was telling O'Malley's camp that he can't see himself being friends with O'Malley and that he's still a little salty about this whole thing. Why do you think that he's still being a sore loser? Like, do you think it's his ego because he truly thought he could beat O'Malley?
I mean, I think he thought that he truly could. I think as a fighter going into a championship fight, you're going to convince yourself of that. Also, Sean's just, if I was competing in that division, which the way this cut's going, I might be soon, I wouldn't like the guy either, bro. He's a cocky piece of shit. But the thing about it is, when you're a cocky piece of shit and you actually got the work behind it, the 5-round masterclass that he put on, you got to tip your hat at the end of the day. Yeah. And that's where, like, I don't know, bro. These UFC fighters are hard to read now because part of the reason they keep beef going is just for a potential storyline being 100%. Grabbed later on, Like, I already know Cheeto's probably like, okay, I got to keep this beef because if I win a few more times, maybe, I can get a third fight, right? Like I said, he's already saying that they were 1-1. Like, it's all about creating narratives. I think at the end of the day, he knows he doesn't stand a chance. I will say, though, I was very impressed with Sean.
Yeah, very impressive performance. Extremely impressive. And I will say, another extremely impressive performance, bro, that had you literally getting up out of his seat. Faison literally disturbed the entire restaurant. Based off of that restaurant, I don't even think everybody there was for the UFC. But Faison got out of his chair and started screaming at the top of his lungs when Dustin Poirier pulled off the craziest KO yet, maybe not yet, but it was a fantastic KO. His opponent looked dangerous.
I mean, bro, he was an up-and-coming dog, right?
Yeah,
Hungry dog in the UFC. And that's, bro, the UFC has this career arc, right? You're on the rise, you're on the rise, you're on the rise. You get a title fight, and then you slowly start dropping down, right? Mm-hmm. Dustin Poirier was at the part of his career where you're dropping down, and they're about to feed you to a hungry dog.
Yeah.
And if you lose that fight, it's pretty much over.
And that's what I love about fighters like Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier is, bro, they've been proving for the longest time that they deserve to stay in the top 5.
Yeah.
The top 5 is not an easy position to be in the UFC because you have hungry dogs, like you just said.
Trying to break in.
Constantly trying to break in. And these guys are younger, faster, stronger.
Better skills.
Better skills. They've been doing it at a younger age, and it's just impressive to see Dustin Poirier show up again and again and again and prove himself.
Bro, so this is the thing, right? This is Dustin's last run. I don't know if you saw, but basically the way that lightweight division is playing out, Islam says that he wants that to be his fight in June. The reason is Oliveira and Gaethje are both fighting prior to that, so there's no way they would be ready by June. And he wants to have a card in Abu Dhabi, right? So this performance might have got Dustin a title shot. It's a weird way that it worked out. You know, some things have to fall into place for him, but it's like, what chance do you give him against Islam?
I don't think he stands a chance against Islam. I think Islam is one of those hungry young dogs who will be the guy to prove to Dustin that you're a great fighter, but you're just not champion material. You're the guy who impresses the audience. You come out, you beat the hell out of number 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, but you cannot be number 1, and that's what Islam is going to prove to Dustin.
He can't jump those guillotines against Islam.
Yeah, these guillotines, he needs to drop the guillotine. You saw the corner telling him, hey, man, stop the guillotines,
well, because he kept going down on his own.
Because he's a strong motherfucker, bro, and he really feels like he could choke somebody out.
I mean, bro, if somebody is, like, going for a takedown, right, I've always wondered that. I'm like, bro, just grab a headlock and call it a day.
His opponent kept every single time.
He had a squirmy neck.
He had a squirmy neck. And I don't know how he was getting out of those guillotines, but impressive performance. Not to get too fight heavy, we do want to conclude a few more topics, bro. I did want to ask you, right? So, SpaceX launched Starship for the 3rd time.
Ooh.
All right. Elon Musk is saying that this is the rocket ship that's going to get us to Mars, right? Now, we know that Elon Musk has been trying to get us to Mars, and I do have a few questions about that. But I do want to say, bro, India tried to launch a rocket at the same time.
Why do you feel like you needed to ask me about that?
Because it exploded a couple of seconds after it went to the air, right? Do you think India has a chance to compete with SpaceX? Because, bro, as we know, they're brilliant people, right?
Yeah,
they don't have an Elon Musk, though. I want you to think about this, because they don't have Elon Musk. I know you want to ride for your people.
I'm not Indian.
Akash, listen to me very carefully. I know you want to ride for your people, but do you think India has a chance to compete with SpaceX when it comes to colonizing Mars?
No.
Why?
The reason I say that is, as brilliant as there are people in those South Asian and, you know, just that whole region of the world, the issue is the quality of life causes the most brilliant minds to leave those areas.
That's a good point.
I mean, think about our dads,
because
you know?
of the bad environment, but the thing is, don't you think they would get the best of the best involved? And
the thing is, that's what's always hindered, I think, the growth of those areas. I'm by all means am not necessarily know enough to really speak on this, but I think that if you think about like everyone that's born and raised in Pakistan, their goal is to get out of Pakistan.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they're trying to go somewhere that's more stable and a better life. So it's like, I feel like it just kind of hinders the growth of those countries. And then 2, you just said you're not comparing it to like regular shit, right? It's Elon Musk. This is like his mission. Honestly, the whole Tesla thing is to fund SpaceX.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
True.
Like that's his dream, to get us off of Earth.
You know, one thing that really I always think about is Joe Rogan said this, right? Because we know that Elon Musk's, you know, his main goal is to at least get to Mars. We know that he's not going to be able to colonize it because we know creators like Elon Musk love to overpromise. It's what they do as creators, because you have to believe in the unbelieved, right? Joe Rogan said that the reason why Elon Musk denies that he's ever come across any aliens is because it jeopardizes his whole mission.
How does it jeopardize his mission if he's come across aliens?
If the government finds out that they have discovered some form of alien life, then they will not invest in finding Mars and colonizing Mars. They're going to put a stop on the whole operation. Hey, we got to figure out this alien shit. You said you saw an alien twerking in space. Now we got to address this one right here. We got to send a monkey or somebody out there to address that situation. No, like I really do think the government will put a stop on the colonization of Mars, and we got to figure out this alien shit if it really truly exists.
I mean, this is my thing. This is my issue with the colonization of Mars and the idea that getting off Earth, right? It doesn't seem like we're anywhere close to the technology to get there fast enough for it to be viable. What I mean by that is, like, how long is that Starship going to take to get there?
However long it takes, bro.
I mean, it takes a fat minute is my point, right? I don't know the exact number, but it takes a fat minute to get there. Let's say we get there, right?
Okay.
Then you put out drones, you read the environment, you try to create a greenhouse to see if we can grow plants and life there,
Sure.
right? I've seen enough movies to know this. It just seems like this project is going to take a century, if possible, right? And then, mind you, Mars is just the closest planet to us. What if there's like that's the thing? I think we're focused on the wrong thing. Like people are
What
just
should
like
we be focused on? Be honest. What are you
creating, like progressing our technology to where we can go
that's
faster.
how you progress technology. You have a goal. The goal is to reach Mars. Now we continue.
I
to
know shit's
You
not
think
on
Thomas
Mars.
Edison knew we're gonna have Wi-Fi? If he knew we were gonna have Wi-Fi, he would have jacked
But the
off to
thing
that
is-
shit immediately and fucked up his whole operation. He didn't know that making a light bulb was gonna lead to.
But my thing is, we know there isn't shit
to
on
AI.
Mars. We know there isn't shit on Mars. So you're telling me that basically they're placing their bet on us going there and manufacturing an environment that's inhabitable for humans.
Eventually,
is better
there's gonna
than
be resorts there. Eventually, there will be resorts there. You can go. You can
Imagine
buy
they
that
get-
on Mars. You can get you a Mars margarita. You know, some shit like that, and just enjoy it.
get
And
you
I
a
think-
couple Martian baddies.
Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying. You gotta believe in technology and how fast it's growing, bro. If I told my grandma, 10 years ago about Wi-Fi, she wouldn't even be able to understand the concept. She'd be like, "What are you talking about? No wire? Okay, now you are lying. You are the devil." She would have never been able to understand Wi-Fi. And I think you have to have a goal. Like, we need to get to Mars. We need to colonize the planet. And eventually continue. And as we're doing that, technology is growing. And that's how you grow technology. If you just focus on growing technology without a purpose or a goal, you're not going nowhere.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but we have shit that can get to Mars. So send a couple drones out there and get them to start planning. And while we're here, let's focus on getting that rocket ship, a little bit faster.
Okay, so what do you think Elon Musk should be focused on besides the Mars operation? Because I know he has a lot of things. The underground tunnels. He's operating X. Right, he's doing.
He should
Tesla.
be focused on getting a tan. Jesus Christ, dude looks like he's never seen sun in his life.
I mean, bro, he doesn't care about looking good. You think Elon cares about looking good?
I mean, apparently he's doing fine in the ladies department because he got hella
He's a
kids.
billionaire, bro. I think when you're a billionaire, you think you care about your looks.
No,
bro?
look. I think that, and this is the counter argument. I think he needs to focus on the EV movement because as much as we talk about getting off of Earth, saving Earth should be like
100%.
1B, because it's like
100%.
the odds of us getting off of Earth are very low. Honestly, the concept that Earth is the only planet that's inhabitable to like living species is just insane to me. I'm not trying to go into like Bill Nye science bro talk.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like you're saying it's crazy to are you saying it's crazy to think that we're the only living things on Earth, or you do think that we're the only living thing in this universe?
No, I'm saying like for as many planets as there are in the galaxy, in just let's say the Milky Way, right? To think that we're the only one that has like the perfect environment for life to grow, whether it's us or other animals, it makes you believe in God, honestly.
100%. But you did bring a good point, bro. You said that we need to focus on, or Elon should focus on, because I'm not focusing on shit. Elon should focus on saving Earth instead of just already believing that it's going to be destroyed. We need to think about the second planet. I do agree with you, man. I think that he should focus on building those underground tunnels. I do think that he should be focusing more on the evolution of Tesla. And now I know a lot of people hate the idea that we're gonna have to go into electrical vehicles because they're gonna be controlling us. But it's like, bro, we're gonna get controlled anyways.
We
man.
might as well just.
If you're in the U.S., bro,
guzzler.
put on your seatbelt. You're in the control train. They
You're
tell you
in
it's
the
freedom, but
Matrix.
it's not.
You live in the Matrix.
You live in
know
the
what
Matrix.
the
And
U.S.
people like us don't mind that, bro. I don't mind being in the Matrix.
I love the Matrix.
I love the Matrix.
The Matrix is chill.
The Matrix made the Ryan Garcia clip go off.
Yeah,
because they wanted the audience to believe that he's going crazy, not to get too far.
You know what
off,
the U.S.
but-
government does think right now, though, that's gonna save us besides EVs?
What?
Banning TikTok.
Ooh. Yes.
What do you, bro? So TikTok, it's a huge topic. TikTok is obviously run by a Chinese company, and they have a lot of our personal information that they use to create our For You pages and the algorithm and stuff like that. The U.S. government does not feel safe that so many citizens' information can be monitored by an outside entity, right? What do you think about do you think the U.S. government is right to potentially? I mean, they've started the motion, right? The House of Representatives passed the bill to ban TikTok, or do you feel like they're really just trying to do it because they're afraid of China?
I mean, bro, look, we know that the U.S. is the big bully, and when the number one social media in the world it becomes China owned, we know that the U.S. is going to want a piece of that. We know that the U.S. is going to want to control it. But the real question is Is our information more dangerous with China or with the US? Now, I know we live in the US and we should believe that our government and our people, will take care of us, but it's like I don't think it's any more dangerous for the US to have it over China. Like they've had it. China's had it, bro. Everybody puts, when you download TikTok, it literally downloads everything else on your phone. During the agreement, when you click accept,
I didn't
they have
read
access.
that.
Yeah, no one reads it. That's the point. And they have access to your photos, audio files.
Wait,
everything.
they have access to my photos?
You're fucked, buddy.
Damn,
Check it out.
China knows what I'm packing.
At least China can't prosecute you for the shit that you're doing behind bars. But you know who can? Your government. You know
well,
what I
so
mean?
this is the thing, right? The fear, right, comes from, will they be able to control our algorithms to steer us, the voting citizens of the U.S., in the directions that will actually benefit them? I don't know if that's their intent. The reason I say that is my For You page, I watched Dune. It started showing me Dune shit. I've never felt like it was steering me towards a political belief, but maybe I'm just so like I'm not even aware of it.
Well, the U.S.'s whole narrative is that China is purposely pushing narratives on the TikTok platform that makes the U.S. The U.S. people dumber, slower, attention span. While in their country they're pushing like math,
Education. Yeah.
Like just things that improve their people. And so the U.S. doesn't like the concept that China has that power over us, and they really want to have some control. I go back to the same thing. I genuinely don't know if it's going to make a difference if it's U.S. owned or China owned. I think it's a social media platform that everybody's going to be using anyways, and there's a lot of ways China could still push narratives on there. The only sad part about it is the creators that might lose out. Now,
I mean, honestly, fuck the creators. It's more so just the TikTok's so installed in our community now. What I mean by that is, right, like, bro, when I go to a city, I literally look on TikTok of what restaurants
Google,
to eat,
right?
What restaurants to eat, what are some cool photo spots, what's a good place to stay that's like kind of close to the city but safe. I'm using TikTok for all of that, right? I don't give a shit about the creators that dance on their in front of their screen, like whatever, right? But then you have small businesses that do their marketing on TikTok.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like think about like little restaurants that Keith Lee goes to, and they're like businesses popping off, right? Or like how to DIY tutorials and stuff, right? Like all of that shit I think is actually benefiting us. And that all of that's going to go away. But then my follow-up question is, will Instagram or another social media platform just kind of take over that lane?
That's a good point. This is my solution to the world. I know you're all listening. I know the TikTok CEO is listening. I think Elon needs to stop with the silly shit. He needs to sit down with the TikTok CEO and they need to trade. I'll give you X, you give me TikTok, right? Because TikTok is what's really changing the evolution of our young people here in the US. Elon should take that shit, bro. Elon will know what to do with it. Give the TikTok CEO X. No one's using X. X is getting weird, bro. Ain't nobody on X anyways.
X is just getting
too
strange.
dramatic. It's too full of drama. It's negativity. Give it to China, bro. Let him deal with it. Give Elon TikTok. Let him have fun with it. Let him, do what we need to do as a nation with the platform. And it's a good trade. You know what I mean? It's a good trade.
It's not a good trade.
It's a great trade.
Why
is
would
it not a
the
good
owner?
trade?
Why would you just said why it's not? He's gonna have to throw in the Tesla, the brand, with X to get TikTok.
Fuck Tesla, bro. That shit look like a bumblebee down the road. I mean, I know the Cybertruck looks cool and they're getting better, but nobody cares about Tesla. Like, bro, give Tesla to China. They would have made it anyways. China would have made Tesla, bro.
I mean, they would have integrated it into their
they get
society.
their dick hard off of Tesla. They've been seeing Tesla, bro. They've been like, we need to make this as soon as possible.
You're getting down. You're going.
Hey,
down.
that wasn't even the accent. That was a random accent. That's why I purposely did not do an Asian accent. You can't.
Our PR guy was he just did this.
Cut it out, but is that it? Do we have any other topics today?
I mean, bro, speaking of, we're talking about the Matrix. I want to end this off, right? Because I know you talked to me about this. I was confused about it. I don't have a fire transition to get into this, right?
Okay.
But apparently Aiden Ross got the Tate brothers arrested again.
Yeah, dude.
How did he get them arrested again? I didn't know why. How did he contribute to them getting arrested again?
Okay, so basically, Andrew Tate reached out to Aiden Ross behind closed doors and told Aiden that, hey, bro, I think my court stuff is getting a little risky. I might go back to prison. If I do leave, if everything goes well, this probably might be my last time in Romania. So do you think you can come and we can create some content? And so as you saw, Andrew Tate was trying to create as much content as possible before his court date. Now, Aiden went live and publicly and kind of almost hinted at this might be Andrew Tate's last time in Romania. So Romania, they hear about this.
They're like, oh, we gotta get him.
He's gonna run away.
Yeah.
Oh, get his ass, detain him. And so, Andrew Tate, he literally reached out to Aiden Ross and was like, hey, bro, you kind of fucked me, my guy. Like, they're on my ass again. But there wasn't enough proof. That's why he wasn't detained for too long, and they let him go. Dude, this Andrew Tate stuff is just always, it's never ending, right?
It's just hard. It's just weird because he's getting accused of crime. So it's like you don't want to, like, necessarily co-sign the hell out of him. But then it's like, it seems like he hasn't been found guilty of anything and it's starting to seem fabricated.
He's playing the role. He's fighting the battle of, I want to be influential, right? But I also don't want to be fake. I want to tell the truth how it is because that's what made me popular to begin with. And if I tell the truth, I'm going to prison. But if I take a step back and I just do motivational shit and I don't be 100% myself, I'm not as famous, but I can still be on a platform. And he's battling those two, there's two Andrew Tate versions of himself. And he finds himself always going to the truth of, like, I'm just going to be my authentic self no matter what. If it takes me to prison, so be it. I've, at that point, left a legacy and my children will respect me for it. But it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't think you need that legacy. It's not.
It's like I think whatever he's done is already done.
Yeah.
Like now, if you're innocent, just like if I was him, I would be a little bit less divisive, I think is the word that I'm looking for, right? It's also like, to end us off, like the concept that these streamers are growing so fast, bro. We talked about doing a live stream during the podcast, but I just want to know who the hell is watching these kids, bro. Like, is it just kids? Like, I've never seen, I don't know anybody that
Who's watching Andrew Tate?
No, Aiden Ross.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Aiden Ross's viewership influenced an arrest in Romania.
Well, like he's the number one stream in the world. You're talking about a guy who has over 200,000 people watching live.
But who? Do you know anybody that like what is I'm genuinely
who watches
asking.
him live?
Yeah.
Oh, it's ages between anywhere from 10 to 26, like around our age. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you're 27.
You're not into it. You're not into it, but a lot of people are, bro.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Kai, bro. I see this guy Kai, Jinxie, bro. Even Sketch. You don't know who Sketch is, but it's this guy who plays Madden.
Don't
and
try
it's
to do that. Don't try to make me feel left out. You don't know Sketch.
I mean, you're 27. You're a little older. You're a little out of touch with the game. I get it.
You're wearing a leather jacket, buddy.
I'm
you
tapped in.
You can't talk about age with a leather
though.
jacket, buddy.
I'm tapped in, though. You know what I'm saying? But dude, I just don't know. I literally have never met a person that's like, yeah, bro, like I was watching this stream. I feel like people are doing it in the closet.
Yeah.
Like in the like.
Well, it's the gamers. It's like the gamers / now. More importantly, some people might not be watching live, but they're watching the clips, bro. And I think that's
the thing, bro. Yeah. We need a clipper.
Yeah, we need a clipper. So to conclude, it's been a wonderful show. It's been a wonderful episode, and we're so happy to always be back with, for you guys. We're gonna try to get one more episode during Ramadan. It is a time for us to be holy and really value our family.
I feel like
and culture.
We cussed. I feel like we cussed.
We did cuss a lot. So. God forgive us for we have sinned
us, please.
This episode.
And Ahmad's 27.
Excited to see you guys soon.
Please leave him on this earth a little longer. He's getting old. He's getting up there.
All right, you guys. Love y'all. Take care.